Clutch Trucker filmed before a live and very furry studio audience. Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Driving along here on Highway 287 in Texas. Picked up a load in Amarillo this morning from Owens Corning. Seems to be some sort of, they call it industrial yarn. It's like, you know, I don't know what it's used to make, but anyway, going all the way over to Newberry, South Carolina for delivery on Monday. Today is the 17th, Friday, and I did my watch review on Monday. I haven't done a video just talking about updates and loads and everything else for almost a week. Last I talked about that, I was in Ringgold, Georgia, where I had delivered in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And then I've had a bunch of loads since then. Picked up in Etowah, as they call it, Tennessee, going up to North Canton, Ohio. Then I picked up in Greendale, Indiana, down in the Cincinnati area, a load of Monster Beverage, going down to Roanoke, Texas, just north of Fort Worth. And I got stuck there at that delivery. They held me up for over 5 hours. It was ridiculous. They made you go park out in the street to wait for a door for their warehouse, which I did, and then this happens. Okay, as you can see, there's John Q. Law. He pulls up on the right side there. He stops. He's right about at the entrance to the driveway of the warehouse right there. As you can see, I'm parked on the left side of the road. This is an industrial district. There's nothing else here but warehouses. And you can see there's the fire hydrant in front of me. I'm parked way back from the fire hydrant. I made sure of that so that they couldn't bother me. So I'm wondering what John Q. Law is doing. And there go the lights. And you can see he's turning around behind that truck that's pulled out of the warehouse. And now he's going to pull up right in front of me. I'm on the phone with my wife at the time, and I'm like, okay, gotta let you go. Away from the fire hydrant, so he's probably going to come past me. All right, I'm going to let you go. Yep, so sure enough, he parks there, and you notice he's parked right by the fire hydrant, which is probably illegal. He's at least putting his mask on as he's walking over, and he is wearing it correctly. I'll give him props for that. And you can't really hear what he's saying to me because, of course, the dog is barking his head off. But he's saying that I'm parked on the wrong side of the street, and they've had complaints. Complaints! Really? Really? And that I must move over to the other side of the street. And I'm saying to him, gee, is that a law? And he says, yeah, that's a law here in Texas. I didn't know that was a law. And I'm saying, oh, okay, of course, I'm in Texas. Well, and I say, all states are different. I don't know the laws of all 50 states. But, okay, I'll move over. Alright, so Mr. Cop just told me I can't be parked on the wrong side of the road, facing the way I am. Said it's a Texas law. Had no idea. As I told him, every state's different. John Q. Law decided he would come harass me because I was parked facing the wrong direction. The reason I was parked that way is because the drive to the entrance drive for the warehouse was right up and to my right. That would have made it an easy turn into the warehouse, but fine. So I had to move the truck to the other side of the street because if you heard him on the thing, I'm not sure how well you can hear that. We've had complaints. Really? This is an industrial district full of just warehouses. whatever. After that, picked up a load down in Hutchins, Texas, southeast of Dallas, off I-45, and that went up to Topeka, Kansas, to a Target distribution center. Delivered that. Picked up a load that night of pet food in Emporia, Kansas, that went up to Bellevue, Nebraska, just south of Omaha. Delivered that, and then picked up in north of there in, I can't remember the name of it, little town, I'll put it up here on the screen, in Nebraska, north of Omaha, with a load that went back down to Texas, to Amarillo. Yeah, that one was a load of those industrial, totes, those big square ones that have kind of an aluminum frame. Basically cooking grease is what it was. Going to Tyson down there in Amarillo. Those guys, that was a cluster mug trying to get unloaded there. So I missed my next pickup that afternoon. I went over to the Petro and stayed there for the night. And then picked up at Owens Corning today, Friday the 17th. And like I say, that delivers Monday in South Carolina. So I've been running my butt off the past week or so. Rates have actually come back up, which is nice. And like I say, I've been running real hard. Also, after I delivered there in Roanoke, Texas, driving back down through, had to go through the Dallas, Fort Worth area, right through downtown Dallas. And there's this really cool Coors Light billboard with a real waterfall. And then also I-35 going right by downtown Dallas. You can see this big kind of observation tower thing with this framework in lights of a ball on the top of it. It lights up at night, it's really cool. This is a daytime picture, but at least you can still see what it looks like. Some really cool buildings, great architecture here in Dallas. It's got one of the neatest looking downtowns. I wish I could get some more video of it, pictures of it. But while I was driving in traffic, too hard to get the pics, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Yeah, I started this video the other day, and that's why I went ahead. I wanted to go ahead and keep the driving and dash cam footage there just to kind of break things up a little bit instead of always just having this shot here. But yeah, that was on my way after I picked up in Amarillo, and then I was gonna do that as the intro to talking about the FMCSA's new hours of service final ruling that'll go into effect this September. But I ended up doing a separate video about that with a separate opening because that one was going to be pretty long. And after doing that load from from Amarillo to Newberry, South Carolina, then I did, let's see, I got this one I picked up in Anderson, South Carolina, going up here to Pioneer, Ohio, to a Menards. Said big money at Menards. Anyway, I really don't like going there. I wish Mo had called me on that one when he booked it, because I told him the last time I was there it took like 7 hours to get unloaded. It only took him about 4 hours tonight, but I went to at the end of my window. I had a window 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. or to 10 p.m. Went to the end of the window for that one, and so now here I am parked at the Petro in Fremont, Indiana, about the closest truck stop, one where I could reserve a spot, knowing I'd be showing up late. So here I am. So anyway, just that I wanted to go ahead and make that video with the other parts I put in there. It's just been days in the making, so I could at least do another current video, or fairly current video, since I've been kind of falling off the pace on that. But as you heard, all those other loads I did, and then this one, I've been running my butt off and going crazy, but and flipping my schedule around a lot too. So that makes it for a little bit harder. But I've been running hard. Rates are back up. So as far as a COVID-19 update for trucking, yeah, rates are back up, and now at least they're climbing back up there where they should be, and my loads have been paying well. So my paychecks have actually been fairly decent, like they were months and months ago. We're finally kind of getting back there now. Was it going to stay this way? We can only hope. At least as of right now, it's kind of hanging that way. I do have to mention the load I just brought from Anderson, South Carolina, up here to Ohio, which is the very northwestern corner of Ohio, to that Pioneer, also called Holiday City, out in the middle of nowhere where this Menards distribution center is. A load full of front to back in the trailer, bottom to top, filled the trailer full of garden hoses. What's that movie with a kid with a pitch when he was pitching and he did something to his arm and he He got hired by the Yankees, and that guy kept calling him Garden Hoser and stuff like that. I can't remember the name of that movie, but it was a cute movie. Like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Anyway, yeah. So apparently people are out there at least doing stuff in their yards now because Menards needs garden hoses. I brought them, a truckload full of garden hoses. And I did a video a couple of weeks ago or more talking about these signs that I'd ordered so I could put, watch the Clutch Trucker channel on YouTube onto my trailer. But it turned out just to be lettering, not full signs. And I think they got baked too much in the heat in the mail. I tried putting them on the trailer and only some of the letters took, some didn't. I mean, I've done lettering on my truck before, so I know how to do that. But it was just a bad quality or whatever, so I had to throw them away, and I had to then scrape the letters that stuck on there back off. So now I've ordered new signs, and they're actual signs that are metal, and I'm just going to screw them on. And hopefully I'll put those on the trailer sometime in the next couple of weeks once I get back through the house. And when I do, I'll do a video on that, so you can now, I'll show you what they look like, so you can watch out for the Clutch Trucker trailer going down the road. So I know this one really wasn't all that interesting. I didn't really have a topic. But, people not wearing the masks right, as I said earlier, boy, that's driving me nuts. Oh, and by the way, what the hell is up with this whole coin shortage? I got shorted like 37 cents the other day because I paid with cash, and she said, well, we don't have any coins. Don't you have exact change? I'm like, well, don't you have change? No, we don't. If I were a conspiracy theorist, I'd say a lot of things. Coin shortage, anyway, I'll have some more real subject videos coming up. I just had all these pieces I wanted to put together, and it's been a while since I posted one. And if you haven't watched that one about the FMCSA's rules, the final rule they did put out, I have a whole video all about it, explaining everything and how they gave us something they don't know that they gave us. Watch that video, scroll down. Thanks for tuning in. As always, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please ring that bell for notification. Sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch out.